Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today I have Ruth coming over from the Kitchener Waterloo Bonsai Society. We're going to work on some of her trees and repot a couple. Ruth is over here with her ficus, and here it is. This is a ficus of your father's, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to get it back to health. If you look at it, it's in a very small pot. The soil's all washed away. There's wires everywhere. So we're going to repot it, get its health back. It used to be quite a full tree at one time, and it's kind of been declining a bit. So yeah, we want to get the health back and then eventually kind of style and shape it. Mm-hmm. The first step is we want to get all the wires cut to get it out of the pot.
Okay.
So I will get my wire cutters.
It's a bug.
That's okay. Those ones aren't harmful. That's it.
I think this got into the roots.
And then I'll get some pliers and we can pull the wire. So here's some pliers, Ruth. You can try pulling some of the wire out carefully. If it doesn't come, it's okay. Well, it's probably really fused in there.
It is. Okay, so
now let's put the tree on its side, making sure we're not breaking any branches. Let me just put something underneath the tree to support it. I've got some rags here. Put that under here. Hopefully we can lean it over like that. Okay. And then we'll get the root rake out and we can start raking away the old soil on the bottom here. So you want to start in the center and rake outwards if possible. That's it. So you can see those roots are a little wet. The soil's too wet on the bottom. Mm-hmm. So porous soil will really help this, a nice bonsai soil.
okay.
But you will have to water it more often then, because it'll dry out probably daily.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
I'm just going to cut those. Should I cut those wire off? Or?
I'll see if I can feed it through the top. I don't know if it's going to go. So we're going to wash the roots off, get rid of all that old soil. Wow, that is a big root, eh?
Yeah.
Amazing. I've never seen one like that before. So how old do you think this tree is?
I would say 15, 20 years. It is more
More in there?
wire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, let's see if we can get that out if we can. There used to be one across here, I guess, that's kind of healed. Yeah.
I think that's when I cut it.
Okay.
I see it, but it's could be last year. I saw it's going into the.
Yeah, I think some of this wire will be able to get out. There it's coming. Just get my pliers. Okay.
Oh, nice.
There, look at that.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. These are copper wire.
Yeah.
My father used just wire for the electrical wire,
Okay.
and then pull out the covering, with
Okay.
the plastic
Insulation. Yeah.
insulation, and then strip it down and use the copper wire.
Yeah, that's-
And the copper, he specialized it. He was an engineer and he specialized in metallurgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you take the copper wire or any wire, burn it or
Yeah.
heat it, especially heat it in but you need it on the gas stove.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a gas stove, he used to heat it on the barbecue. And then,
That's called annealing, isn't it?
yeah, and then it will become pliable.
It becomes soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to work in the spring steel industry.
Ah, so you
We
know.
used to harden steel and
Yeah,
anneal it. And
yeah. See,
What?
he used to work in Singapore.
okay.
We live in Singapore, and that Singapore has one of the earliest sort of a recycling ship, old ships when they are gone, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
and you chop down all the ship,
Wow.
and then melt down the whole ship,
Wow.
and then extract it, different kinds of metal, and
Yeah.
then make it into whatever company wants.
Cars or whatever, eh?
Yeah, all parts of it. Yeah,
So we're getting the roots pretty clean here.
yeah. Here's another big piece of
Oh, okay. Another piece of wire.
yeah.
Let's see if we can get that one out. So here's the tree bare rooted, and we're just trying out pots. Trying to find something suitable. That
would
one's
be
pretty
nice.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's the pot for it.
that's a nice one.
Make that the front of the pot. Yeah, that would suit it really nicely, wouldn't it? Kind of. Now you can. We don't have to have that angle, but I think because this is vertical, you probably want to keep that vertical, I think.
Yeah. Too bad it's too straight.
Yeah, your only other option is to, well, you have a couple options. You can wait till branches grow out here and then shorten it.
Shorten it, yeah.
If you took it right off now, then you just have
No.
2 branches, which would look silly.
Yeah,
So I think that's your best option, is to wait for something to grow out,
right.
which it will do eventually.
I think so. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you think that pot's good then?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's do that.
It's good. The gray matches the gray trunk.
Yeah,
It'll look nice when it's all done.
yeah.
Okay, so that's the pot for the tree. Like that.
Yes.
And you can wire those in, but I find they don't move. As long as you're not shifting the tree around too much.
Yeah.
And then we need a base layer of soil to get the
Soil.
tree up to the right height. So I think you probably want it
About
about
there.
do you think? Just
Yeah.
to show a little bit of the roots underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even just a tad higher.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll
So
need
about
a fair amount of soil in there. Yeah,
oh,
so
the
you
water
just-
is warm. So
So you just hold it up in the air, and I would highly recommend you get one. They're
yeah.
fantastic. So hold it right up on an angle, yeah, like that. That's it.
Oh, I love this.
They're really, really good for watering. It's a nice gentle stream.
Yes. Do you water it until water
Yeah,
runs
till
out?
it comes out the drainage holes. And so I would water this probably twice a day. In this kind of weather, water
Twice
it in
a
the
day.
morning and then sort of around 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Okay, and do you keep it in the shady area to
It
begin
can
with?
probably go in the sun.
In the sun.
Yeah,
okay.
because we didn't disturb the roots at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
How about that? It's coming out really nice.
yeah, they're really good.
And will you put the moss on later?
We can do it now if you want.
Oh,
Add some moss to it. There we go.
wow.
Ruth is putting the moss on the planting now. And it helps stop weeds, I
Yeah.
find. If you have a layer of moss, it holds the moisture in a little better and it stops weeds coming up all the time. It
Yes.
doesn't prevent weeds, but it helps. It's a little easier than if you had just soil, you'd get all kinds of weeds growing in your pot. What do you think, Ruth? Do you like it?
I love it. I love it.
Here is a look at the ficus repotted. So it should grow like crazy with the new soil, the new pot, a little more volume. So we're hoping it starts filling out and then we can get it shaped in the years ahead.
Yeah.
Here is tree number 2 for today. Another ficus, microcarpa. And you can see it has a huge root base. So we're going to repot it again for health reasons to get fresh bonsai soil in here. We're not going to do any styling or root pruning. It's just purely to get the tree back nice and healthy. Here is a look at the tree, the root system. So it has quite a large root system. So the plan is to eventually replace all these thick roots by starting new roots like an air layer down at the base of the trunk here. Here is a look at one of the thick roots we took off. So very large. It was wrapping around the tree. So this should get it back on the road to good health. We did a little minor pruning in the canopy just to shorten it a bit. And now it's time to pot it up. Here is tree number 2. Ficus number 2 repotted. So we put it back in the original pot. It was big enough. Did a little bit of root pruning there. And it fits quite nicely in the pot. And it should live in here quite happily for a couple of years. And then Ruth's going to decide what she wants to do with the roots. If she wants to carve them or replace them or grow aerial roots over top of them. There's a lot of different options. But it should restore the health of the tree quite nicely. Here is Ruth's Bougainvillea. So we've kind of picked the front here because it shows the curve of the trunk and the apex comes forward slightly. But there's some crossing branches here that we're going to remove and do a general prune of this tree. So Ruth was allowed to park in the driveway because she has a red car. And not just a red car. Here's my red matrix. And here's Ruth's red matrix. So yeah, if you have a red vehicle, you're allowed to park in the driveway. And here's the baby duck.
Look at that.
What do you think? Cute?
Very cute.
Here is a look at the Bougainvillea all pruned up. So this is the front of the tree. So it's looking quite nice. We took a bit of the back branches off the apex, shortened everything in, took a few branches that were crossing the trunk line off, and it's looking quite nice.
Thank you, Nigel.
You're very welcome, Ruth. Ruth has headed home now, so hopefully we'll see an update of these trees in the future. And that is all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.